Of Portsmouth West High School. Bill, tonight the Rockets' road doesn't get any easier as they face the Portsmouth West Senators. They come in here tonight with a record of 2-1. Rockets come in 0-3. We mentioned even on the drive down here tonight, going to be a monumental task once again for this Golden Rocket football team because Portsmouth West, again, is going to be as good as any team that we faced this year.
A term we've used all season long so far is trial by fire. And, boy, that is going to get lit up tonight.
For sure. And we want to remind all the fans here this evening again, the things that the Rocket football program is going through. We hate to keep bringing this up, but we want to make sure everybody is getting a clear picture of what is going on. The Rockets have, Bill, they are starting, again, pretty much a JV football team with the exception of a couple guys up front on the line. The rest of these kids were playing freshman ball last year and now should be playing really a JV team this year schedule.
You're right, Bub. There have been changes in the squad and the loss of a coach. All of those things play on even your mentality of why am I even out here? And so the other coaches took over. They went back to the system that they were using last year. So they spent weeks and weeks learning a new system, and now they're going back to the old one, which they knew.
Yes, they knew, and yes, go ahead.
Well, we are looking now at what improvements can be made week to week.
And that's what we hope to see here tonight. Last week, the Rockets ran into a buzzsaw. Minford, I don't know that people really thought that they were as good as a football team as what they really were. But again, their freshman quarterback was outstanding. I made the statement on air, I thought this kid was just as good as what Joe Burrow was when he was a freshman in high school. And I think by the time his career is finished in high school, he will put up similar numbers. Maybe not as good, but similar numbers. And, again, just looking for that Minford team's going to do really well. Looking for a great football night here tonight, Bill. Great facility here at Portsmouth West.
It is a great facility, great football field. We are on top of the boxes tonight, so we are extra high. We can look across the field. We will be able to tell you where the holes are opening. And we're looking out across the Ohio River into the hills. It's a beautiful setting. The sun's going down. Football Friday night. The lights are on.
Easy, Tiger. But a great night for football here at Portsmouth West. Bill, we also mentioned before we came on the air tonight, and speaking with producer Michael Gray as well, this facility would be a great facility for Wellston someday to imitate. Great home bleachers, good visiting bleachers, just a great setting altogether.
People, boys, parents, families, they want to come out to a facility that would look like this, to claim, say, hey, this is what Wellston represents right here. Look at what we've got. This would be great. Right back up by the high school. It
sure would. Beautiful facility here. Tonight we're going to focus our attention here again, Bill. Monumental task for the Rockets. Again, we mentioned we want to see some improvement from being under Coach Polson for 2 weeks now. We know they're going back to the offense, the spread offense they had last year. We spoke earlier. It looks like we may have Tucker Irwin joining the Rockets tonight. He's certainly going to be a huge, huge asset for the Rockets coming out here. But looking for that improvement, Bill.
Right. What we saw glimpses, we have seen glimpses from each game where the Rockets can be great. There were a couple kickoff runbacks to midfield. There were a couple, what I like to call them, just smash hits, and you could feel it from up here in the press box. Those are the kind of things we like to see out on the field. Those are the kind of improvements. We want to see the quick hitters. We want to see the offense get out there and bust it up and push forward.
That's a great point, Bill. Tonight we want to big shout out to our game sponsor for this evening. Tonight's game broadcast has been brought to you by Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage Company in Jackson. Whether buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms, at 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. West Banco Mortgage, equal housing lender. Now, let me just piggyback on that for just a minute. Me being in the business that I am, Aaron is very, very knowledgeable at what he does, and especially you really have to have a good mortgage guy or mortgage good lady when buying a home today. Aaron knows all the ins and outs of the business and knows what to do. And hats off to Aaron for stepping up tonight and being her game sponsor here at Portsmouth West. We're just about ready to get action underway. A minute 20 to go here before we get ready to tee it up. Again, joining us back tonight, we have Tucker Irwin, who was a late player coming out this year. And again, speaking with Mr. Yadernacek over here, he feels that he's probably not going to be ready, so that's a huge loss for the Rockets for the rest of the season. We certainly was hoping to get him back, but that doesn't appear that's going to happen.
We talked about how important that defensive end position is, which is what Mr. Yardinacek,
yes,
or we'll call him Brother J.
Yeah,
and
Brother B, Bennett Yardinacek.
And how important that position is in pushing the play back inside so your linebackers can slide across and make a tackle.
Bill, let's look at this lineup real quick for West. Again, I'm seeing a lot of youth for them as well, so they're going to be a pretty good football team for several years. You have Trevor Fike, he's a junior. Mason Parker, he's a junior. Well, actually, they have a lot of kids. Scotty Simmons, a sophomore. Tucker Yazell, he's a freshman. Hayden Lohr, he's a junior. Tommy Queen, sophomore. So right on down the line, we're going to try to get these names and numbers for you here just as quickly as we can. But we're ready to get action underway again. We want to thank, once again, Aaron Arms for being our game sponsor. He's with West Banco out of Jackson, Ohio. So all of your real estate mortgage needs, you can certainly give him a call at 740-422-7451. Rockets going to take the opening kickoff. Let's see what we can do with it.
Now, we have always talked before about getting that football and headed down the field. Short kick.
Taking at the 30 for the Rockets. Tries to get outside, gets it up to the 35, and that return guy for the Rockets was number 6. And we apologize, we do not have our own team guys here in the program with us. We are on top of the press box, and we were mentioning, I don't like anything shaking under my feet. So when this press box starts doing the hippie shakes on me, folks, I get just a little bit nervous.
He warned me. I got over on the edge, and I was hanging on the rail and kind of looking over, and he said, "You better watch that."
Looks like Kemp's back in there. That's a big plus for the Rockets. Back in at that tailback spot. Scott takes a shotgun. He's going to keep it and roll, and we might have an offsides on West. Let's see. That is the signal.
Yeah, it looked like there was some kind of movement on both sides, but I believe it was West that jumped first.
Again, we're going to do our best to get our Wellston guys for you. We do not have our program. We apologize. We should know these guys by heart already, but hey, we're having a few senior moments up here on top of this press box that's shaking just a little bit. Scott at shotgun takes a snap. Going to keep it, going to roll to his left, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss, for about three-yard loss.
Johnny Scott on the carry.
And number 55, I believe, getting up slow off the bottom of the pile for the Rockets. Number 59, I'm sorry, looks like that might be Michael Richardson.
Second down, we're calling about 8. Loss of 3 on the play.
Kemp to his left. Scott at shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to get rid of it quick as we spoke, Bill.
Yes, that's what we wanted.
Got to make that play.
And it was in the hands and out.
And right to the intended receiver, the senior wide receiver, number 22, Brenton Breach. In and out of his hands, brings up 3rd and long for the Rockets, 3rd and about 9.
Now, folks, those quick hitters are plays that develop before the defense is ready to guard against them.
And that's what we need. That's what we're looking for, and the coaches picked up on that. Man-on-man coverage on the near side. Scott at shotgun takes the snap, rolls to his left. He's under heavy pressure, trying to get outside and does not. He does get it away, and going to be an incomplete pass. And Portsmouth West had man-on-man coverage, Bill, on the near side. Gave us a pretty good cushion on the other side. Rockets just not able to get away from the rush.
That rollout, when we talk about the difference between a quick hitter and a rollout, it takes more time to develop, which gives the defensive line more time to get into the backfield.
Brenton Breach on to kick. To punt for the Rockets, back deep for the Senators. He's at the 25-yard line. The snap is good. Punt, he's going to get it away. End over end punt, going to hit it about the 47. taken to the near side, trying to get outside, and he has some room a little bit. Stiff arm, number 18 on the carry. Zigs and zags, and we have a flag on the play. Number 18 on that carry is Jeffrey Bishop. He's a junior, 5'11", 181-pound junior. We have a flag on the play. Going to have an illegal block in the back on the Senators. Going to cost them 15 yards. And this is the team, Bill. The Senators took Fairland right down to the very last quarter. Got beat by 1 point, I believe, a couple weeks ago, 14-13.
Yeah, and as we know, that Fairland rolled into town for the Rockets, and things didn't work out real well for the Rockets that night. Not that the Rockets didn't have some good plays. We've got to get some plays, good plays, strung together so we can make some progress.
1st and 10 for the Senators. 10-yard penalty on the push in the back on the return. Starts them out at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Senators. Number 4 quarterback. That's Mitchell Irwin. He's a senior. I believe they have a different fullback than they had last year. Takes a snap, drops back 3 steps, throws it out in the flats. It's complete to number 18. Down the sideline he goes, and he's off to the races.
Goes. No one will catch him.
Mitchell Irwin to Jeffrey Bishop. Second play of the game for the Senators for a 70, we're going to call it about a 60-yard touchdown for the Senators.
Now we had, that would be considered a quick hitter, where they tossed it out to the sideline and then just let the boy, there was 2 men in front of him and he had a blocker for each one. So he got the block and went on down the sideline.
On to kick for the Senators again, number 35, I believe. That would be Carson Molnar. Snap is good. The kick also is good. Good-looking extra point kicker. For 10:47 to go here in the first quarter. Senators 7, Rockets 0. Again, Bill, not able to make that play, that quick hit play, and they went for a big touchdown, the Senators.
It looked like Wellston has a little bit of a confusing situation there when they hit that quick hitter. I don't think Wellston was quite set up to make a play there. And then, of course, once the play is already developed, it's too late to try to get ready.
And then number 18 kicking in the afterburners, Jeffrey Bishop. He's a junior and really kicked in the afterburners and went for a nice touchdown for the Senators. Hopefully the Rockets can get something going on this series, trailing early, 7-0 against the Senators. You're listening to Golden Rocket Football right here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris bringing you the action for the Golden Rocket football team. The fullback back in the day and the quarterback back in the day. That's the reason we get a little excited here on Friday night. The air blowing through the air, the lights are on.
You get a little breeze blowing. The field is shaded now.
The blood are pumping, and we're ready to roll. Back deep for the Rockets. Number 22 is Brenton Breach. Kick is a good one. End-over-end kick going to be caught at about the 17. Breach trying to pick his way. Again, just hit, and his helmet comes off. And he's down on the play.
That was a hard hit.
Shot.
Didn't look like helmet-to-helmet contact, did it?
Yeah, he took a real good shot. He didn't see the guy coming, and hopefully he just got the air knocked out of him. That's what we're hoping for, because he got hit right around the waistline, mid area. And again, folks, we're going to remind you, let's keep this in its proper perspective. The Rockets, a lot of youth out there against a very good, solid Portsmouth West football team. Breach makes it to his feet, appears to, it's a good sign, really. Got the air knocked out of him, and hopefully the Rockets can come right out here on the 25-yard line, Bill, and get something going.
Yeah, we don't want to overemphasize the fact that the Rockets are a youthful team. They've got a lot of learning to do. They've got a lot of experience to get, and there's no way to get it unless you are out there on the field.
1st and 10 for the Rockets, taking their play from the sideline from Coach Polson. Ball resting right at the 25-yard line. Baby Kemp in the backfield. Johnny Scott at quarterback. Puts Thompson in motion to the left, takes the snap, going to hand off to Kemp over the left side, hit in the backfield, and loses a couple on that play.
There's got to be a push. our offensive line has got to push forward and keep that big man out of there.
Looks like number 75 was on the play there for the Senators. Jack Jordan, he's a senior, 6'2", 215 on that right tackle spot there for the Senators. Rockets going backwards. Again, the Rockets, if they're going to have any prayer of moving this ball, they're going to have to do the quick hitters that we spoke about early on. Get the ball out to the receivers, and even maybe do the bubble screen to try to get somebody open from the backside. 2nd and about 13. Takes a snap, hands off to Kemp again over the left side once again, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe close to the original line of scrimmage. Give him a gain maybe of 1 of those yards back. Brings up 3rd down again for the Rockets.
Part of the issue that we talked on the way down here was that there's got to be a 2-part system. You've got to be able to throw the ball, and you've got to be able to run the ball. If you are missing one of those key positions, the defense doesn't have to guard against it. So right now, the defense, they're backed off, and so it would look like some of those quick hitters would work.
Scott running for his life again, throws it out. He's got his man just a little bit over his head, going to bring up 4th down, but Johnny Scott doing a good job, Bill, that time. Pretty close intended receiver there was Breach over his head and brings up 4th down for the Rockets.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was expecting that because he had a little bit more time, which allowed him to throw the ball way downfield.
Jeffrey Bishop, Bill, back deep for the Senators once again. And I'm not so sure that I just don't punt the ball out of bounds.
Aim for the sideline.
Aim for the sideline and not give them an opportunity to return it, because this kid is lightning. He already showed that on the 2nd play of the game. Breach back to punt.
I think
snap is good. The punt, going to kick it to him anyway. He's going to catch it in the air at about the 47. He's got a seam over the left side. He's going to be still on his feet. Going to bring it down inside Rocket territory to about the 38-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
That's right.
Johnny Scott on the tackle.
Yeah, there are some things that are just strategic to do. If you don't want that man running, you have to punt that ball toward the sideline.
That may be against another illegal block in the back is going to be the call again against the Senators. But, again, they have some lightning players on their team, and if they can get in the open space, you saw what they done on the first series. Number 4 at the quarterback spot, Mitchell Irwin, he's a senior. It's always good to have a senior calling your plays. At shotgun, takes a snap. First guy through. Up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces off. Number 23 still on his feet, gains about 14 on the play. That's number 23 on the carry, and that's Ryan Steele, 6'1", 220-pound senior for the Senators.
Now, if you can get past that line of scrimmage while you're running the ball, if you can bump past that first line of defenders, you're getting 10 yards.
1st and 10 for the Senators. They're in shotgun, takes the snap, same play, puts his head down, gets a gain of about 4 on the play. Kemp on the stop for the Rockets. Good to have Bodie Kemp back in the game, Bill, suited up for the Rockets. He got hurt down at the Oak Hill game, very deep bone bruise, and fortunate enough, it was not a break, and he's back in action here with us tonight.
You know, I know his name's Bodie, but it sounds more like we should be calling him Bubba. Bubba Kemp and Baby Kemp.
Senators in the spread offense, going twin receivers to the right. Short shotgun. Puts number 19 in motion. Takes the snap. Going to hand off to 23 over the right side again. He puts down his head, and he's going to gain about 8 or 9 on that play. Good enough, pretty close to another first down. Going to mark him just short.
Good execution on the Portsmouth West side. They busted the line, busted a hole open for him to run through.
They're over on that right side, that number 76, Wyatt Weghorst. He's a 6'1", 280-pound senior offensive tackle. So they have some hosses up front.
That's what I was going to say. Sometimes you don't even need to say their weight. Just say, he's a hoss.
From the shotgun once again, same play.
We're down in 1.
Same result. He's running through the Rockets. still on his feet down to about the 6-yard line. And we're speaking of number 23, the ball carrier, Ryan Sissel. He's a senior, 6'1", 220 pounds.
Good-sized kid. He's running hard. I'd like to see him run a little lower. He's standing up when he's running. However, he is making his way through the line.
6:59 to go here in the first quarter. Rockets trail 7-0, but the Senators knocking on the door once again at about the 6-yard line. Number 4 is going to go up under center. That's Mitchell Irwin. He's a senior quarterback. Takes the snap, going to hand off to number 23, hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, puts his head down, goes in the end zone for a touchdown for the Senators.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything totally unexpected, except perhaps that second play where they had that quick hitter for the touchdown.
Bill, we're noticing the Rockets are making contact in the holes, just not able to wrap up and make the tackle.
They're making that initial contact at the line. They're getting bumped back, and the guy, they're just not quite making their tackles the way they should, and the guy's slipping off and getting the extra yardage.
Again, I think that comes with the experience factor that we've been talking about so far all year for the Rockets. The kick is up, and it is good. With 6:41 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Senators 14, Rockets 0. But again, Bill, as we mentioned, the Senators being hit in the hole, Rockets just not able to bring him down, and we mentioned that experience factor on both sides of the ball.
Right. There seems to be, and this is, we talk about a lot of things on driving here and driving home about the game. Maybe you can call it armchair quarterbacking or whatever, but there has got to be a sense of urgency, a sense of I've got to make the play, I've got to get there, I've got to make the tackle, and not rely on the man next to you.
Yes.
Because if he trips up or slips up and you ease up, well, the man runs for the end zone.
He's going for 6 yards, 10 yards, or a touchdown.
Right.
6:41 to go in the first quarter. Rockets trail 14-0. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris coming to you tonight from Portsmouth West High School. From the top of the press box, number 35 on the kick. Again, that is Carson Malner. Nice end over end kick. Breach is going to take it at about the 17. Trying to pick his hole, puts his head down, brings it up to the 30, where the Rockets will take over 1st and 10. Again, a beautiful facility here on the banks of what our uncle used to call the Big Muddy, the Ohio River.
Yes, we are literally a quarter of a mile or less.
We can see it from here.
You have a tree line, and just on the other side of the tree line is the river.
Beautiful facility here at Portsmouth West. We have Bodie Kemp back in there at tailback for the Rockets. To the near side, Michael Weber at wide receiver. Then you have Brenton Breach. And then I believe Canner on the far side. Scott at shotgun takes a snap, hands off to Kemp up the middle. Again, he's hit in the backfield, not able to get anywhere. Bill, there's that line surge again that we spoke so often of. Rockets just not able to get any push up front.
Right. There is what you'd call it just getting stymied. They're getting halted right there on the line. And if they're halted, where's our back going?
Yeah, it's all jammed up. So 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 your score. Rockets trail the Senators.
Looks like we got some man-on-man on this side.
Rockets going opposite. Takes a snap, looks and gets it. Get rid of it, son. There you go. Little high. Pass incomplete.
It looks like at least that time we had a play that was not successful, but however they got a completed play all the way through.
Again, the coverage, there's enough cushion. If we could get that quick pass, the quick hitter out into the flats to give Brenton Breach and Canner some room to work.
The defense is giving us that.
They're giving us the cushion.
Now, if once we take that and they want to take it back and put a stop to it, then that may open up the run.
Going to have something a little different here. Breach in the backfield. Breach can throw the ball. He's going to do the bubble screen, looking out in the flats. Get rid of it, son. Got to hold. That one's coming back. I'd say the Senators are going to they'll probably decline this going to be against the Rockets. I'm sure they'll decline it, bring up 4th down.
What we don't want to see, Bub, is that we don't want to see Wellston hurt themselves. If they're going to get beat, let them get beat by a better team and not by beating themselves up.
That'll bring up a 4th down.
4th and 12 for the Rockets, 14-0 your score, 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Again, back and deep for the Senators, number 18, and this cat, once he touches the ball, can do about anything with it. Jeffrey Bishop, he's a junior, 5'11", 181 pounds, and he can flat out fly. Again, if I'm the Rockets, Bill, I'm kicking it out of bounds, not even giving him an opportunity to return it.
And they're coming after they're wanting a block.
And he's going to pick it up. He's going to make a couple moves, still on his feet, making still a few moves, trying to do a little bit of everything. And Rockets with good coverage.
Good coverage there. The ball took a bounce, allowing the team to get down there and cover, at least one man to cover him to make the Portsmouth West man make a move. And then by that time, other men were there to help and assist on the tackle.
Again, our game sponsor this evening, Aaron Arms with West Banco. Tonight's game, again, is being broadcast and been brought to you by Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms. Pitch goes to 23 around the left side. He has some real estate again, still on his feet in the Rocket territory, down to about the 34-yard line. Again, that's number 23 on the carry. That's Ryan Sissel. I think he did play last year. And done very well last year. Just real quick around the area tonight, Portsmouth 7, Rock Hill 0. Washington Courthouse 7, Minford 0. Vinton County 14, Meigs 0. Adena 13, Southeastern 0. Nelsonville 6, River Valley 0. All first quarter scores. Sissel taking the pitch around the right side. Turns it up inside the field, gets tripped up, but not after he gains 9. Coldgrove 0, South Point 0, Gallia 0, Chesapeake 0, Western Brown 0, Jackson 0, Huntington 0, Unionoto 0. So another interesting matchup, Oak Hill and Northwest. Should be a fairly good football game tonight.
Now, Bubba, I think we're seeing here Portsmouth West is trying out their playbook tonight. They're trying a multitude of different kind of plays and have had pretty good success so far.
Sissel going to take it over the left side. He's going to pick up the first down for the Senators down to about the 21-yard line.
Now, what I've noticed here the last 3 or 4 plays, while the Portsmouth West team has made progress 4, 5, 6 yards at a time, it looks as though the Wellston Rockets are at least trying to get in there and read the play and get to the man before there's a breakaway. Again,
our game sponsors for the season: People's Bank, Charlie Hudson, Darrow Insurance, Martin Floor Store, Ruoff Mortgage, Lock and Load, Adena. Portsmouth West takes a snap, hands it to Sissel over the left side. He has all kind of real estate, rumbles and bumbles and stumbles all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Once he got past that line, he had about 10 or 15 yards before he got to our safety.
3:16 to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 your score, Senators, but they're knocking on the door once again. Ball on the 5-yard line. They're going with, they brought everybody out. Sissel going to take the snap. Over the left side, dance right into the end zone for a Senator touchdown.
Yeah, not much of a resistance there when you have 2 men leading the blocking for your tailback.
2:56 to go in the first quarter. 20-0 your score. Senators over top of the Rockets. Again, your sponsors for the season: McWilliams Funeral Home, Happenings Bistro in Wellston, and Montgomery Trucking in Wellston. Number 35 wanted to kick the extra point. That's Carson Molnar. Again, he's a senior. Snap is good. The kick is up. It also is good. And Bill, let's talk about the last 3 teams at least that the Rockets have played. Fairland, outstanding football team. Minford, outstanding football team. Rockets faced with another monumental task here again tonight against Portsmouth West.
I tell you what, the beginning of this season has been treacherous. It has been hard going all the way with the mental issues that are going on with the team, with losing the coach, losing other players, kids getting hurt. It's hard to get out there every week and keep a good attitude about the next team that's coming up when you know that Portsmouth West is a powerhouse.
2:56 to go here in the first quarter, 21-0. The Senators over the Rockets. Again, tonight's game is brought to you by Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms, 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. Breach is going to take it at about the 17. Gets outside, hit at the 25, still on his feet, brings it up to the 21. Where the Rockets will take over first and 10. Bill, the Rockets have yet to make it across midfield yet tonight. Hopefully we can get that done here on this series.
Yes. Now, folks, when I talk about a sense, when I'm sitting here thinking of things, you may not have understood what I meant by a sense of urgency. What I mean is that there's no other way. I've got to get over there, and I got to get there now, and I've got to make a tackle.
Make the play.
Make the play.
Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Scott at shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to Baby Kemp over the right side. Not much doing. I don't think he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that, Bub, that goes for not just on defense. That goes for offense on this line.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to bust across that line. I've got to bust that man. Let me bust him in the mouth, whatever, however you want to say it. Crack his nugget, whatever. I got to get across that line and take care of business and get him out of the way because I got, in most cases, 150 pounds coming right up my back if I don't move.
2:12 to go in the first quarter, 21-0. Your score, Rockets trailing. Scott at shotgun with Bodie Kemp to his left. Takes a snap, drops back 3 steps, looks, throws it out in the flats. Complete the Breach. Going the wrong direction, son. Couple moves, tries to stay on his feet, trying to get up to the 30-yard line. Going to gain about 3 on the play. That's the play that we've been looking for. Just needs to happen a little quicker.
Right.
Idea needs to happen a little quicker.
That ball needs to be thrown on a rope over there to him so that he can get past those guys before they can recognize what's going on.
3rd and about 7 for the Rockets. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Rockets trail 21-0. Scott at shotgun with Bodie Kemp to his right, Breach to the left. Michael Weber to the right. Canner to the left. Takes the snap, drops back 3 steps to get rid of it.
Scott on the carry.
Yeah, you have got to throw. I see your hand motions. You have got to throw. When he sidestepped and stepped out of the pocket, he was available to throw that ball, and he was looking to run.
And I'm sure, Bill, when the coaches watch this film, when he steps up in the pocket, there's all types of real estate. You either get rid of it immediately or you tuck that thing head north and south. And
but you
again,
don't.
that comes with experience.
But you don't hesitate.
Yep, that comes with
experience. You do one or the other.
Brings up 4th down and about 5 or 6 for the Rockets. 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Now, they've been trying to come and block this punt. We'll see what they do this time.
Snap is a good one. He gets it away pretty quick off the side of his foot. Going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
That was probably okay, even while it even went off the side of his foot and maybe a little bit of a squib kick. That man didn't get his hands on the ball.
23 yards on the punt from Brenton Breach.
Again, we spoke so much of the morale.
Yes.
And what we have to do is get the morale back. It may not be come this year, but off season, we better hit the weight room and get the morale back, get the winning attitude back that we've had the last 4 or 5 years for Wellston.
Right.
Senators a shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to Sissel up the middle.
Had a man had him at the line. And
again, the Rockets, Bill, as we said, hitting him at the initial line of scrimmage.
Yes.
And not able to bring him down. Again, Sissel on the carry.
Breach as well.
Irwin at quarterback for the Senators.
But what you were talking about, getting your mind right, getting your body together in the wintertime, if you're not playing basketball and you're in there hitting those weights, you're building yourself up. That is does so much for your self-confidence.
Going to wind it down for the first quarter from Portsmouth West High School. The Golden Rockets trail 21-0 over the Portsmouth Senators. You are listening to Golden Rocket Football and watching Golden Rocket Football right here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris, the voice of the Rockets. We'll be back here in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look down here on the track.
Welcome back once again, Rocket fans, to Portsmouth West High School. Bill Norris, I'm Bub Norris, bringing your action tonight as the Rockets are on the road to a beautiful facility here at Portsmouth West. As you're able to see, we are on top of the press box and getting a little bit more used, Bill, to the shakiness under my feet.
Well, let me put this in perspective. I've been on top of the Borden building in downtown Columbus on the 4th of July, and that building, we were told, sways anywhere from 3 to 4 feet in any direction.
Oh, my.
And you can feel that. And you're up 32 floors, and, well, that's an experience.
I can imagine. West quarterback goes up under center. Takes a snap. Going to do play action. Looks down the field, throws it deep, has a man wide open. Number 18 on the catch. He's to the 5. He's going to dance right on into the end zone. Touchdown, Senator.
Like I said earlier, Bub, I think that they are, Portsmouth West is going to use up their playbook, and
Sure.
they might have some plays that are a little rusty on, and they feel like that maybe this would be a good time to pull them out of the playbook and try them out.
What will be interesting to watch, Bill, throughout the course of the remainder of the season is how West, Fairland, and Minford, and, of course, Wheelersburg and Ironton, how all these teams do, because all of those teams are outstanding football teams. The snap is good. The kick is up. It is good. Make it 28-0 here in the second quarter, just getting underway here at Portsmouth West High School. Again, the Rockets going to have to bend down and pull up their socks and not quit. We spoke about that the last couple of weeks, Bill. You may be down, you may be out, but you don't quit.
And you may be getting beat or have been beat, but you need to be able to walk off the field with your head held high, knowing that you did your best. And one of the things that I always did when I was on the field, after every play, in my mind, you're rehearsing the play already that you just went through. And I'm thinking, well, could I have done, what if I did it, what if I did, and you're always evaluating your own performance while you're out there on the field.
Could have I done better? 11:50 go in the half. Rockets trail 28-0. You're listening to the voice of the Rockets right here on BNG Media.
And if you weren't in your own head, you had Walter North Sr. telling you what you could have done
that's another
better.
Story.
Telling you what you could have done better on that play.
Malmer up to approach the ball. End over end kick going to be caught at about the 22-yard line. Still on his feet out to the 30. And again, Bill, we're just seeing the inexperience from the Rockets as they run. We're running to the line, standing straight up, and the older the kids get, the more experience they get, they'll learn. They're going to have to put your head down, or you're going to get, as we used to say, get your bell rung.
Yes.
That would happen.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Rockets. 11:42 to go here in the first half. Rockets trail 28-0. And again, against a very, very, very good Portsmouth West football team. Fairland was good 2 weeks ago. Minford, again, great football team. And now we're seeing all three of these teams almost equally as good. The Rockets trying to hold things together.
Right, Bub. And it's tough. 3 weeks in a row.
Scott at shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to hand off to Kemp over the left side. Hitting the backfield. Loses about 3 on the play. And, Bill, we've mentioned we're just not getting any line surge up front.
No, and one of the things that bothers me even announcing a game is to be able to stand up here at the box, look down on the field, and see where there's things that we could improve on. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the game, we're looking for improvement every week, not necessarily perfection.
And what we see defenders, Bill, they, as the phrase we would say, they're pinning their ears back and coming at us. And that's exactly what's happening here, what's happened all season. Scott takes a snap, rolls to his right. Tries to get outside, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Johnny Scott on the carry.
You know that old saying, they're coming at you, no holds barred. They're bringing it all. They're leaving it out on the field. And sometimes I think maybe our guys are, well, maybe holding back just a little.
Let's make a note, Bill. Last week we spoke about how the officiating crew was throwing flags the entire game while the score was so lopsided. Not tonight. You've got a really good, experienced officiating crew on the field. Understands the situation. That's a big part of it. And the score of what it is, and minimal flags being thrown here tonight. Scott, three-step drop, looking down the field. He's on the run. You got to get rid of it, son. Throw it away. And he throws it out of bounds, and that's exactly what he should do.
And it looked like he had a man open down here, and he went ahead and threw it over his head.
It's just hard, Bill, to square your shoulders when you're running to your left, when you're a right-handed quarterback, to get those shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and complete that pass, and he just got rid of it, which is an okay thing to do.
Right, yeah. Save your yardage.
Breach back to punt. Once again for the Rockets, 28-0 your score with 10:50 to go here in the half.
Brenton Breach on to punt it away for the Rockets.
Punted out of bounds again. Uh-oh, heavy pressure. Breach is going to keep it. He's going to he gets rid of it. Going to punt it out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And
I'm live right now.
I'm not sure that the officials are going to let that go.
He might have been across that line of scrimmage.
He was way past the line of scrimmage. And see what we're talking about, again, folks, as you watch that play, could have they thrown a flag? Absolutely.
Yes.
Did they? No. Why? Because they understand the game and the flow of the game. Why pour salt in the wound?
Why stop the progress and just take up more time?
Exactly. It's called game management. Keep the clock running. 10:42 to go. Here in the first half, Rockets trail 28-0.
Now, there's nobody, I don't see anybody standing up in the stadium complaining about that.
Yeah.
They may
First
not
back
have
through.
noticed.
Hit at the line of scrimmage, and still, again, Rockets make an initial contact at the line of scrimmage, just not able to make the stop. Again, Taburn, he's a young man that just, I've seen so far this year, just plays his heart out. Number 58 for the Rockets. Every single game leaves it on the field, and that's what you like to see. Made the initial contact, but, again, he's not the biggest guy on the field, but he leaves everything out there and does the best that he can. A little bit oversized at times, but doing a great job.
I got a story about that as soon as this play is over.
Irwin takes a snap, hands off to Sissel over the left side. Still on his feet, dragging guys. He gets down in Rocket territory about the 41-yard line.
He's just not stopping. They keep the legs pumping. The Portsmouth West is doing what they're supposed to do when you want it more than someone else, and that's what it looks like right now.
We have an injured player on the field.
Back to what I was saying earlier, one of the hardest hits that I ever received was from a little boy about 145 pounds named Jeff Midkiff.
Yes.
And I was pulling guard at the time and pulled out, and I knew I was coming, and he just rocked my world when I got around the corner. And it was my job. He was the cornerback, and I had to take him out. And I didn't like it, but, boy, I put my head down, and we crashed. And he didn't say anything right then, but after practice he said, man. But that's what we're talking about. You have got to go every play,
every snap,
100%.
We have an injured Rocket down on the field right now. I'm not sure exactly who it is.
Coffee 21, Waverly 0.
Again, your game sponsor for tonight. The game sponsor. That's Kemp down getting up off the field again. That's not a good sign. Hope it's not the same leg that was injured before. But tonight's game broadcast is being brought to you by Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, plan to reach out to your local West Banco lender. Aaron Arms at 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. West Banco Mortgage, your equal housing lender. Thank you once again, Aaron Arms, for sponsoring the game tonight. Irwin under center for the Senators. Sissel at tailback takes a snap. Going to pitch it back to Sissel around the right side, and he's got all kind of real estate again. Down the sidelines he goes. I don't think anybody's going to catch him or even wants any part of him.
There again, Bub, we see how important those defensive ends are. They are the ones that have that initial contact. When that ball gets pitched, they are the ones, they have to stay outside or closer to the edge of the field than the running man to make him turn and go back up inside, and we didn't get that time.
You know, we haven't made mention of this yet this year, being the things that are the way they are at Wellston. We have to wonder maybe at some of these schools taking a look at their schedule to see if they want to put us back on their schedule if we can't get things turned around here pretty quick.
Well, you know how the rating system goes.
Exactly.
Why
we got to put some things together pretty quick.
Why face the team if you're not going to get very many points toward getting in a playoff situation?
That's the point we're trying to make. With 9:39 to go here in the half, 35-0 your score. Rockets have got to put it together here, folks. And we mean these things with all due respect. Absolutely. And
in no uncertain terms, are we trying to dog anybody out? Or are we trying to put the Wellston team down? Absolutely not. We both graduated from Wellston, played Wellston football, loved playing, and weren't on very good teams ourselves. And so, however, that being said, when I was on the field, I was on the field. And I was going to bring it. I don't care if he was better than me, bigger than me, that bacon boy from
oh my.
Yes. 235 pounds of ooh.
Caught at the 17. Rockets on the right side, looking to get up the center of the field. Brings it out to about the 31, where the Rockets will take over 1st and 10. Blow your whistle, official. 9:32 to go in the first half. 35-0 your score. The Senators over the Rockets.
And I don't care if you're not the best player out there, but boy, if you got some grit about you, and you get down and you get in that 3-point and you crack that head across from that guy from you, you got my respect. But if you're gonna do a little sidestep here, or maybe not go quite as hard as you should, then we got issues.
Again, major experience factor going on. What we're seeing here tonight. A lot of kids out there. Again, most of our roster playing tonight, not making excuses. This is just the fact of the matter. Most of our kids out there tonight would be playing on the JV team this year. Scott takes a snap, hands off to Kemp over the left side. Nope, I think that might be Tucker Irwin on the carry. Tucker Irwin on the carry for the Rockets, giving a gain of about 1 on the play. We have Baby Kemp beside us. That you down there, Baby Kemp? You're getting a little PR time up here tonight in the press box.
Give him a set of headphones, and he can get in and jar in on this conversation.
Scott at shotgun with Irwin to his backside. Thompson in motion. Takes the snap. Hands off to Irwin over the right side. Puts his head down. Now, that's the way you want to see your guy run the ball.
That's exactly what I've been talking about. You folks at home, if you saw that boy, he come up to the line, and he bent over, and he went head first, knowing that he's going to get hit.
Yes.
And and in his mind, I'm going to get every bit I can get.
Again, Tucker, late arrival this year. Decided to come out of retirement and finish his high school senior year this year. So 4th game of the year, he's eligible and he's playing. 8:19 to go in the half. Rockets trail 35-0 your score. Folks, don't get shaking those bleachers none too hard because this press box is shaking just a little bit.
We will rock you, stomp and clap as we're feeling it up here. All right, he laid him out.
Beautiful pass. Incomplete, but looks like the Rockets probably had too many guys on the field.
Man back there with him.
Oh, I stand corrected. Portsmouth West with too many guys on the field. Johnny Scott, when he has some time, can throw a beautiful ball.
Key word there is time.
Too many men on the field against the Senators will bring it up 3rd down and short now for the Rockets.
Now there, Bub, when you're talking about the officials, probably no other thing to do there. They had to make that call.
Yeah. Again, the crew doing a fantastic job tonight. Minimal flags being thrown, understanding the situation, understanding the game. Could have they thrown more flags? Absolutely. But they're doing a great job in what they're doing. Johnny's got it at shotgun with Irwin to his left. Takes a snap. Going to run the bubble screen. Get rid of it, son. Going to take a huge loss. Number 84 on the sack for the Senators. I believe it was number 84. Brings up 4th down for the Rockets.
And what's the walking about? I don't want to throw too many wrenches in here tonight. Let's hustle up there a little bit.
7:10 to go in the first half. 35-0 your score. Rockets trailing. Beautiful confines of Portsmouth West High School. Beautiful turf, beautiful, just a beautiful facility all the way around. West is not even bringing a rush. Beautiful
Nice punt. Nice punt.
And not returning. Now we want to talk about sportsmanship just a minute. Let's take a look at this real quick, Bill. West did not bring a rush, and they took a fair catch when they could have returned it. Scores 35-0. Hats off to West coaching staff. We saw some of that great coaching sportsmanship last week. We're seeing it again here tonight. No reason to completely demoralize your opponent. But West is bringing in a lot of clean jerseys right now, and I don't blame them for that because obviously you're up 35-0 and 6 minutes to go in the half. You don't want to take a chance on any of your kids getting hurt for the rest of the season if you don't have to. Handoff goes to number 2 in the backfield. Now you can see these teams are more evenly matched now because you have a lot of the JV team, a lot of JV players for West out there. And then, again, equally matched against the younger players of the Rockets.
And, Bub, it's not like that the coach is telling his boys not to play. He's just, if there's ways that he can progress the game without adding insult to injury, let's do that and let's move on from here.
Number 4 still in at quarterback. That's Mitchell Irwin. He's at shotgun. I believe he has Sissel still in there, back in there at tailback. Takes the snap, hands off to Sissel over the left side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet, but he's going to gain maybe 1 on the play.
Now, you folks at home, you'll notice that this new crew that Portsmouth West has in there didn't quite get that surge that the other fellows were getting. They were following the play rather than pushing Wellston back 5 or 6 yards.
5:39 to go in the half. Rockets trailing 35-0. Bill Norris on Bub Norris bringing you your action tonight from Portsmouth West High School.
The Norris boys are here tonight.
Sissel at tailback. They're going with the up under center. Going to pitch it back to Sissel around the right side. We have a timeout on the field. Portsmouth West going to take a timeout with 5:21 to go here in the half. Rockets trailing 35-0. Again, let's run down that game sponsor once again for us tonight. It's being brought to you by Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender. Aaron Arms at 740-422-7451. For all of your home lending needs, West Banco Mortgage, your equal housing lender. Again, shout out to the other game sponsors for the season. People's Bank of Wellston, Charlie Hudson, Darrow Insurance, Martin Floor Store, Ruoff Mortgage, Lock and Load, Adena, huge sponsors. McWilliams Funeral Home, Happenings Bistro, and Montgomery Trucking. If you folks didn't sponsor, we couldn't be here tonight. So thank you very much for what you do. 3rd down and about 8 for the Senators with 5:21 to go in the half. 35-0 your score. All Senators, and we hate to say that we expected it, but we knew Portsmouth West was pretty good, Bill.
Right. We knew going in. We knew the first 3 games were going to be hard for us.
Irwin up under center. Takes the snap. Pitches back to Sissel around the right side. Cuts it back inside. Still on his feet. Gain enough for a Senator first down.
I think he might be close to some yardage. Maybe that 100-yard gain. Maybe that's why they're keeping him in there. I'd like to see what that stat is on him.
Maybe West is maybe just trying to run a little bit of clock right here. We know we will be running clock the second half. Irwin at shotgun, Sissel right behind him. Takes a snap, pitches back out to him on the right side. Got to be a hold on the play. Has to be a flag. Sissel going to be close to a Senator first down. And the officials just keeping the clock running.
Yeah.
Hunter Collins there once again with Mason Collins.
There again, you had a boy from Portsmouth West. What's his name? Sissel?
Sissel.
Coming around and getting that first down. Not taking that first initial hit. And if you don't wrap up, he's getting extra yards.
I know why this is a good officiating crew. I recognize these guys down on the field now, and they are, several of them are outstanding basketball officials as well. So they understand game management. Irwin hands off the 27 around the left side, trying to get outside. He does. Number 17 bringing him down on the far side for the Rockets all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Now, Wellston's cornerback, he did what he was supposed to do. He got outside of the runner, made the runner cut back inside. However, the linebackers had not slid over there far enough to make that tackle, and the runner heads on down the field. 3:55
to go here in the half. 35-0 your score.
27 yards for a wee man on the play. Brings up a Senator first down.
Irwin up under center for the Senators. Takes the snap. Hands off the Sissel over the left side. Picking and choosing his holes. Gets all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
Another great run. There's a hole there. There was a hole for him to run through. He took it. And then from there, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, he decides whether he's going to cut inside or out.
We would love to see that clock just keep running.
$245, 506.
Irwin up under center. Sissel with the eye back.
506, 694.
Takes a snap. Going to hand it to him over the left side. He's going to dance right in the end zone untouched. Another touchdown for the Senators. 41-0 your score.
Touchdown for the Senators.
Well, Bub, I'll tell you what, that play, there was an initial hit at the line, but after that, it was wide open. And he ran to that open spot and walked right in.
Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. So 3:19 to go here in the half. 42-0 your score at the half. Senators over the Rockets. Again, the Rockets going to have to find a way, Bill, the rest of the season to put some things together to keep these kids motivated and to even have them come out next year. We've got to get that ball rolling and get the momentum going again the rest of the season in the locker room, in the weight room, in the classroom. The entire school district just needs to get behind the whole system and get it going for these young kids.
There is something about a sports team and getting support from the fans, getting support from your teachers, that builds up the student body in general. It is a good thing to have a sports team.
Well, I can assure you that the school district is going to focus on getting the right people in place, whether it be this current staff or another staff coming in, whatever the case may be. They are aware of what needs to happen, so we understand that. Number 3 gets it to the outside, gets it up to about the 35-yard line. Good-looking return that time for the Rockets.
Good play.
That is my man, number 3. Can't remember his name off. Clarkson. Clarkson's his last name.
That was a good play, though. He hit the line. He kept his legs pumping, twisting, turning, and all the whole time moving forward, twisting, turning, getting an extra yard here, half a step there. And then before you know it, okay, they've got him out of bounds, but he's picked up an extra 10, 15 yards.
Again, a freshman on the return with a great return. Who'd ever thunk on a Friday night that he would be in the – he probably never thought that.
Freshman under the lights.
Under the lights playing. 42-0 your score. Rockets trail with 3 minutes to go here in the half. Scott at shotgun. Puts Thompson in motion to the left. Takes a snap. Scott's going to keep it. Rolls to his left. Turns it up inside and goes completely untouched.
The defensive end was untouched there. I don't know if there was a guard or something that was supposed to pull, but the quarterback ran right into a dead end. Right at the line of scrimmage, or even lost perhaps a bit.
No gain on the play. 2:50 to go in the half. 42-0 your score. Senators over the Rockets. Scott at shotgun and number 8, I believe, in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands off. On the right side.
That is it. That's good. There was a hole there.
Fumble on the play, and it appears to be recovered by the Senators. And it is.
Brandon Barfield on the stop, fumble on the play, recovered.
Well, you don't like to see that at all because it just demoralizes or it just knocks the wind out of you, especially after a 10-yard run and then to have something like that happen.
Rockets had a pretty good opportunity for the first time to get across midfield on the night and turn it over there with 2:27 to go in the half. 42-0 your score. Let's see if the Senators send their starting grid back out, and they do. Everyone but Mr. Sissel in the backfield. Number 2 is in there at tailback right now, and that is Parker. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 180-pound sophomore. Irwin takes a snap, hands off to Parker over the right side. Makes a couple moves at the line of scrimmage, gain of about 7 on the play.
Mason Parker.
I suppose with gaining experience as a freshman or sophomore, come wintertime when you find out that you've actually lettered, you can get that letter jacket a little earlier.
Bill, we spoke about this coming down as Ohio State has 2 tailbacks with, can't remember the names at the moment.
Isaac McWilliams also for the Rockets.
But they have 2 guys that really compete with each other, and that showed last week against Notre Same thing's going to happen here at Wellston because you have a couple kids that's going to be really, really sharp, chomping at the bit for next year.
Right, and everybody wants to run that ball.
Pitch back to number 2 again, around the left side. Turns the corner. He has some real estate. He's off to the races once again, cuts it back inside. He's going to dance right on the end zone for a Senator touchdown.
Now, right there, very specific. Last time that cornerback, he went outside and had made the man cut inside. This time he got blew out and the man just ran on by him.
We do have a flag on the play, probably going to be a personal foul against the Rockets, which will be assessed, I'm guessing, on the kickoff. See what the officials call. Dead ball. Personal foul against the Rockets. Those are the type of things, Bill, we just can't have. You know, even though the score maybe as lopsided as what it is, we still have to maintain our composure and play hard and get it done. But what we're seeing here again, Rockets have some freshmen out there playing. Clarkson there at that outside defensive end spot. Kick is up. It is good. So with 1:37 to go in the half, Rockets trailing. Not in a good way. 49-0 is your score. And again, we feel for the kids.
Yeah, this is a bad situation for the boys. That's for sure.
And somehow we just have to try to find to put the pieces of the puzzle back together and turn things around here for them so we can keep the players that's on the team, and then next year try to keep building on those numbers. And got to make that happen.
Yeah, and it's hard because nobody wants to play for losers. And I'm not being, once again, I'm not being derogatory for the Rockets. Nobody wants to play for losers. Folks want to go out there and they want to win. And Wellston's got a boy. They've got some work to do in the off season, and they've got some work to do right now. If they can bring themselves to get a few wins this season, to make some improvements, that would be what we were calling we're not calling for perfection. We're just calling for some improvement.
Sure. And they're going to build on this the rest of the season, and we're sure of that. Coach Polson is good enough. He'll get the troops at least trying to get them headed in the right direction, keeping the kids focused and those types of things. But the schedule will get a little lighter for the remainder of the season. You won't see the competition that we've seen these last 3 games. These last 3 teams that the Rockets have played are 3 of the best teams that you're going to see and face for the rest of the year. West could be the best team
that they'll face all year.
Yeah, Fairland, Minford, and West are really good. Let it go in the end zone, son. And he does. Goes in the end zone. That'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. So with a minute 37 to go in the half, Rockets trailing 49-0. You are listening to Golden Rocket Football here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and Above Norris bringing you your action tonight here from Portsmouth West High School. Again, your game sponsor tonight from Aaron Arms, West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms, at 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. West Banco Mortgage, their equal housing lender. Scott at shotgun. Puts Thompson in motion to the left. Takes the snap. Hands off over the left side. Hitting the backfield. Again, defensive end just coming completely untouched. Not touched. And no fault of the runner. Just no place to go. And I mean, it's just like open practice deer season. On the runner, he has an open shot at him.
It's like a hitting drill in practice. He's just, okay, that's what we're supposed to do. You're wide open, I'm coming to get you.
And as a defender, you got to be shocked that he's that wide open to be able to make the tackle. Loss of 4 on the play. If the Rockets just take a knee here and go to the half is what, to stop the bleeding a little bit. I'm not sure that I would even run a play. Just take a knee and go to the half. Rockets going to run a play.
There was a hole there.
Scott.
There he's on the sideline.
First down. Well, so much for me saying take a knee, right?
Yeah. Good play. That was a good, well-run, well-executed play on the Rockets' behalf.
It appears that a lot of the starters for West are on the sideline, as you can see them down here. 1st and 10 for the Rockets, bringing it out to the 39-yard line. Again, West has a lot of new players in the game, a lot of the JV kids in there for them. As you can see, most of the starters are on the sideline there for West. Scott at shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops the ball. Under heavy pressure. Trying to get away. Eludes a couple rushers. Rolls to his left. Now just tuck it and run, son.
Johnny Scott on the carry. There he is again.
I guess that's we can call that a learning experience. He twisted around, broke free, got free. He had the opportunity to throw the ball. Man was probably not open. Should have went on in and ran it up the sideline. But instead, he stopped and was tackled.
That's going to do it for the first half here from Portsmouth West High School. It's the Golden Rockets trailing the Senators 49-0 at half. You are listening to Golden Rocket Football on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris bringing your action. Please stick around to watch the halftime shows. These two bands in high school usually duke it out for the OMEA state competition every year when they go around to different band competitions at schools. So we encourage you to watch the Wellston Golden Rocket Marching Band as they get ready to take the field now, and we will rejoin you, pick you back up here as we get ready to start third quarter action here in just a bit.
EMT up to the behind the press box. Behind the press box and the bleachers. Thank you.
right, we're going to announce our winner for the Senator 600. The winners automatically, they get their ticket put back in so you can continue to win. But this week is Carrie Howard. Congratulations, Carrie Howard. Happy birthday to AC Stone, 18 years old. Actually on September the 6th. Carly York too. She had her 18th birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, ladies. Under direction of Mr. Aaron Blevins, our marching Senators.
Rocket fans, to West Portsmouth High School, where the Golden Rockets trail the Senators 49-0 at half. Bill, we spoke a little bit at halftime what we'd like to see the Rockets do. Even though the score is lopsided the way it is, we still want to see that effort and things come from the Rockets regardless.
Yeah, we're not looking for perfection. This is a rebuilding season. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for improvement. And so far, we haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it so far yet here this evening in the first half anyway.
And I mentioned earlier, I said I want to see these boys get a little bit grit to them. If anybody can put a definition to that, get something that is internal guts, internal fortitude, intestinal fortitude, to where if someone knocks them down, they're getting back up and they're coming right back after somebody.
Want to do it again.
That's what I want to see. And if
Senators,
go ahead.
Senators going to take the ball the second half. Rockets on the kick. Brenton Breach on the kick for the Golden Rockets. Expect, of course, the second half, again, will be running clock. And expect the Senators to play their JV team most of the second half, I would anticipate. Breach kick is a spiral kick, hit at about the 20, taken at about the 14. Trying to get outside is the Senator runner, trying to get away from a couple Rockets, brought down right at the 20-yard line again. Freshman brought down Clarkson for the Rockets on the stop. Again, you're going to see a lot of that kid over the next 4 years, Bill.
Yeah, great run, great effort. That boy took off, and he acted like he knew where he was going, and nobody was going to stop him from getting there.
First and 10 for the Senators, 11:23 to go here in the third quarter. Just getting second half action underway. Again, a lot of new players in there for the Senators. It looks like an entire new unit, their JV team, and it looks like they have a new quarterback in there as well. We'll try to get names and numbers for you here shortly. Hit in the backfield, give them a gain of a couple on the play again. Let's make reference to, one JV team versus another playing each other about basically right now.
Yeah. Wellston, you may have a few seniors in there, but for the most part, it's a JV team.
You have Clarkson playing that left defensive end spot for the Rockets. Number 7 is Cantor playing the cornerback spot.
I had talked to Mr. Yardnicek at halftime. He's one of the defensive ends who's injured for Wellston. And I told him, I said, we've got to have that defensive end turn that play back in. He said, that's our only job. He said, if we don't even get a tackle, we have got to turn that play back in.
Absolutely. Number 12 under center for the Senators. Takes a snap, pitches it back to the back around the left side, trying to get outside, and keeps him in bounds, give him a gain of a couple on the play, brings up third down for the Senators. Kind of dark up here on top of the press box, but we're trying to read these names for you as best as we can. At quarterback, I think, is number 14 for the Senators. Or number 12, I'm not sure. We'll get that for you here in just a minute. It's number 12, that's Brady Hall. He's a freshman with the Senators.
Now, the Senators want to keep this lead if they want to try to get some points for a playoff bid.
Hand off to the second back through, and not anything doing on that one. Again, Rockets defense holding pretty good there. Again, you can see two teams equally matched.
Right.
Here so far in the third quarter. 4th down and 5, so Rockets only giving up 5 yards there on that play. Night and day difference between the West starters of the game and a JV team.
You're talking bigger players, more experienced players.
Brandon Barfield on to put it away for the Senators.
Brenton Breach back deep for the Rockets.
Brenton Breach back deep for the Rockets.
Snap is good. Punt, beautiful spiral punt. Breach is going to take it at about the 34-yard line, catch it as a fair catch, where the Rockets will take over 1st and 10 with 8:36 to go here in the third quarter. Again, you're going to notice the second half's going to run really fast because of the running clock that's been established.
Now, we'd like to thank all of our viewers at home. While there may not be an extraordinary amount of viewers at home. We enjoy speaking and hearing from you. So go over to the comment section and put something in there if you like it. If you don't like it, if you're indifferent, put something in there to let us know.
It's all got to be positive here. Come on.
I've got big shoulders. I can take the negative.
Rockets take the snap. Going to run it, roll to his left. That's Johnny Scott going up the left side. Cuts it back in. Cross middle field for the first time tonight for the Rockets inside Senator territory at the 45-yard line.
Now, folks at home, you're watching, you saw him come around the end. That's exactly the way that play is supposed to be executed. The difference is we have less experienced players on defense going against our players, and we executed the play well.
We apologize we don't have the roster for the Rockets. Guys up front. Going to throw that quick slant out to Breach. Gets out into the flats. That's that play we've been looking for quite some time. And Breach gains a couple on the play. Give him some room to work out there. There's a quick pitch out, quick throw out, actually.
Now, on that play, you saw he got the ball out there. The man took off running, and he hesitated because there was a runner or a tackler in front of him. Here we go again. 9 times out of 10, if you go ahead and head north and south, you're going to gain some yardage rather than standing there and then letting the tackler come to you.
Johnny Scott at shotgun. Thompson in motion to the left. Takes the snap. Going to keep it. Roll to his right. Turns it back inside. Still on his feet. Scott's going to pick up the first down for the Rockets. Get it down to about the 31-yard line, Bill.
Another well-executed play on for Wellston. Going up right off of the defense, right off the offensive end where there was a hole. And once he got to the line of scrimmage, he was able to make a cut to the outside and pick up the first down. 6:39
for the Rocks. Yep. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Clock running, continuous clock. Scott's going to walk up under center for the Rockets this time with Tucker Irwin in the backfield. Takes the snap. Going to hand off to Irwin over the right side. Picks his hole, couple places here. Stays on his feet, and he's the type of runner that we've been looking for.
That's right, Bub. He hit the hole, and he got hit once. He twisted a little bit, and he was running backwards, and he was still kept those feet pumping. And by doing so, picked up several yards.
Second down and about 3 for the Rockets inside Senator territory for the first time tonight at about the 26-yard line. 5:54 to go in the third quarter.
Now, if there's going to be a highlight for the Rockets, it'll be how well they can execute against this other team that's on the field.
Takes his handoff, hands off to Irwin over the left side. Runs into his own player, still keeps his head down and driving, and going to be short of the first down. Going to bring up third down and about 1.
On the stop. Along with Alex Hubbard.
Ball at the 25-yard line. Obviously, you're in 4-down territory here either way.
Yeah, with just over 5 minutes left in the game, you're going to do everything you can to put a few points on the board so you can go home at least without that goose egg on the scoreboard.
49-0 your score. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter with a running clock. Scott under center, takes a snap. Bobbles the snap, picks up the first down. And, folks, and you're going to see right there exactly what Bill and I have been talking about all year. Line surge, we got it on that play.
Yeah, we got our line pushed, and there was an initial 5-yard surge, and that's all we needed was a couple yards. So we got the first down.
4:35 to go in the third. Rockets on the move inside Senator territory at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Tucker Irwin in the backfield along with Jeremiah Scott. Takes the snap. Hands off to Irwin around the right side. Trying to get outside. Picking his hole. Puts his head down. Runs over a couple guys and going to gain about 3 on the play. Johnny Scott, rather, at quarterback.
I hate those plays that take long to develop. And when you run outside, you can see that the defense is coming, and eventually you're going to make a crash, and you hope you get more yards than what that crash develops in. You want more. You want to get your money's worth.
Tucker Irwin feeling it right now. Thompson in motion to the right. Scott at shotgun. Takes the snap. Scott's going to keep it. Roll to his left. He's got some room to the outside. Rockets going to get it. The official.
Yeah, I think we could have had a flag there.
Could have.
I thought there was some movement.
And, well, a movement and an obvious hold. And I know the official, the line judge on this side, outstanding official, football and basketball, and an even a better person. And could have thrown a holding call on that play and didn't.
As we mentioned, if he does that, then we're going to hold the game up and just a costly delay.
In basketball, we call those game stoppers. And if we can keep the game moving in a situation like this without having game stoppers, then that's what they did. And he done an outstanding job, the official did, on that play. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third. Scott up under center. Takes a snap, hands off, going to bootleg to his right. He's got a man wide open, get it to him, and he does. Number 21, Thompson, out in the flats. He's to the 5, to the 4, to the 1. Goes out of bounds at about the 6-inch yard line.
Well executed play on Wellston's behalf. That defensive end for Portsmouth West got sucked in. Our quarterback was able to pop the ball out into the flats, and he mainly just stiff-armed his way down to about the 1.
Basically, Bill, we'd like to look at when the quarterback takes that bootleg pass. Okay, he's about 3 steps too long delivering that pass. You come out of your bootleg, you get the ball to the receiver so he can have room to work with on that play.
Yeah, the longer you hold it, the less room he has.
Exactly.
Now, this what I would like to see right here with you're right down there. Let's get that big line surge, and let's just bully our way into the end zone. Let's see if we could have a little grit about us.
Minute 50 to go here in the third quarter. 49-0 your score, but the Rockets knocking on the door from the 3-yard line.
Second and goal. Actually lost a yard.
Canner wide left. Breach wide right. Scott up under center.
I think they're going to do it.
The bootleg, there it is. Get the ball to him.
Yeah, he was open. He was open before he needed to throw it just a little bit quicker. Flag on the play.
Austin Evans getting his hand on it.
The officials, again, at this point in the game, will not tolerate any type of taunting, unsportsmanlike conduct, which is what happened on that play. They just won't tolerate it. Again, especially this crew, because this crew is there's several officials on that crew that'll be. You'll see them refereeing regional games, state final games, and they made their point really clear. So the coach walking out on the field, the officials giving the coach a little bit of an earful there, saying, "Hey, this is what's going on. We're not going to tolerate it. You hate to throw a flag, but those are game stoppers, and
but
it has to be called.
Right. If you got to do it, go ahead and stop it for this reason."
Rockets up under center. Scott takes the snap, and he's going to bully their way and get that surge, Bill, right into the end zone for the Rockets.
That's the surge we were looking for. We saw it earlier about the 30-yard line, and now down at the end zone.
So with 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Rockets get on the board, 49-6 your score. And for the first time tonight, the Rockets have made it across half field, the 50-yard line, and we're going to see Michael Weber come on for the Rockets to attempt an extra point. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick from Weber is up. It is also good. So with 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Rockets get on the board. 49-6 is your score. You're listening to Golden Rocket Football right here on BMG Media. Again, tonight's game sponsor. We want to thank Mr. Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms, at 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. West Banco Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Thank you, Aaron, for covering tonight's game for us.
Now, Bub, you were talking, refs stopped the game there for unsportsmanlike conduct. There's no reason. And even when we played, I never had a reason to go and taunt anybody or treat anybody, mistreat anybody. If someone wanted to do something like that, there are ways to do it out on the field. you know, we didn't have the helmet-to-helmet penalties, and you could put that face mask right up in someone's ribs just as well as you could stand over and taunt them.
And we did that.
And you got the message. You made your point.
49 seconds to go in the third. Rockets get on the board, 49-7 your score. Breach on the kick for the Rockets. Going to be a nice end-over-end kick. Caught at about hit at about the 15. Comes up the left side. And that's the way you like to see a kid return the football.
That's exactly right. He grabbed that ball, and there was no stopping him
North and south.
until someone hit him at the sideline.
We're speaking of Scotty Simmons. He's a sophomore.
Sounds like that young man wants a place on the starting field.
And that's what happens. It generates excitement for the lower level kids to play hard, and that's what we want to see from our Rockets.
I kid you not, folks. If you're watching from home, if you see a young kid out there that'll crack some heads, the coach will make a spot for him on the field somewhere.
All right, JV team against JV team, basically. Here we go. Rockets stop him right at the line of scrimmage, actually, in the backfield.
Good tackle. Hit him at the line of scrimmage.
Canner getting up off the bottom of the pile for the Rockets. Again, Clarkson in there for the Rockets at the freshman, number 3.
Now, see, that's what you want to see is you want to see some grit. You want to see some hard-nosed hitting. That was a good play.
At the end of 3, the Rockets get on the board, 49-7 your score. You're listening to Golden Rocket Football right here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris bringing your action tonight from Portsmouth West High School as we see the beautiful moon over the Ohio River, looking over in the Kentucky area over on the far side of the field. A lot of our relatives, our mothers from Kentucky. So, hey, we're
West Virginia, or no, I'm sorry, Kentucky.
Down around the Paintsville area.
Kentucky Cherokee.
12 minutes on your board. Rockets trailing 49-7 your score. West comes out as the ball is brought out to the 34-yard line to be 1st and 10 for the Senators. Beautiful facility here. We can't say that enough. We'd love to see this duplicated right at Wellston High School someday.
What a gem that would be, or a feather in Wellston's cap to have a facility like this or similar to this. Huge facility, great track, stands both sides. You know, Wellston has such a great place to put this kind of a field.
Canner, I'm sorry.
Again, you're seeing 2 teams very evenly matched right now, folks. The Rockets and the Senators. The Senators JV team is out there. Rockets mostly JV kids out there. And it's kind of exciting to watch.
Yeah, this when you get equally matched teams, and it doesn't matter what level, if it's junior high, freshman, JV, doesn't matter. If you got equally, folks are cracking heads and taking names.
Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down for the Senators. 11 minutes on the clock. Play action. Number 25 with the keeper back around the right side. Blocking the back. That's got to come back. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. And you know what? I want to see it from an official's perspective right now. We had a late flag on the play, and do you know why?
No, I didn't see it.
They wanted to see how far the runner was going to get. Okay? If the Rockets didn't make that tackle quickly, boom, flags come out. And that's what happened on the play. He got downfield just a little bit, and the flags come shooting out. So great call, great piece of officiating for the that's what we call preventative officiating. Let the play out just a little bit like it did on that one there. And obviously is a push in the back on the play. 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this one. Rockets trailing 49-7 your score. Some positive things happening here in the fourth quarter. Number 12 up under center. Going to pitch it around to number 32, and he once again, going backwards for the Senators. And the Rocket defense is in attack mode.
Yeah, these guys are out there to play. like I said, it's great to see some boys who will, and I'm not saying that the varsity team didn't do it, but these guys are equally matched, and they're putting their nose in there and doing some hitting.
Confidence level, too, Bill, makes a big difference.
That's right. These boys want to be out there. They want to show the coach what they can do. Looks like they're coming after it.
9:20 to go. Snap is a good one. The punt. That young man can flat out punt a football. Caught at the 45. Rockets bring it up almost to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Number 19, the punter for the West Senators, man, does it perfectly and does a nice job punting. I don't know what his future plans and wishes would be, but I think he would have a pretty good opportunity on a Saturday afternoon somewhere.
Yeah. You can get that good spiral where it looks like a touchdown pass.
He's
doing well.
looks to be he has had some good training, and the West is getting some good OJT out there as well for their JV team for Friday night. Get these boys under the lights and let them play a little bit.
Well, you've got the varsity team went out there and they did what they needed to do. Now you can get boys in there and get them some experience so that when they do get in on the varsity.
There's Clarkson over the right side. Again, we're seeing Jackson in there at quarterback. And this young man at quarterback, he's got a bright future. He has a great quarterback body to him. He's got some height to him. He's got a good frame underneath him. He looks like a quarterback.
Right.
And, again, he's only a freshman. So a lot of great things we're expecting to come from him throughout the rest of his high school career. And, again, Josh Clarkson, I believe is his name, number 3. Obviously, you're going to see some great things coming from him the rest of his high school career. Let's see what we can put together this last 8 minutes. We have guys going everywhere. It's going to be a legal formation on the Rockets. Yeah.
Illegal procedure against the Rockets.
Illegal formation. We had guys going every direction at one time.
You just about had to throw a flag there.
You can turn your head on some things, but there's just some things that you got to throw it. 7:35 to go. 49-7 your score. Rockets trail. Jackson at shotgun with Clarkson right behind him. Now pulls up to the right side. Pistol formation. Takes the snap. Going to hand off to Clarkson over the left side. Misses a couple guys. Misses him. He gets about a yard or two back. But again, this young man has a nose for running the ball. And what we mean by say that, Bill, you were a fullback. Explain what I'm saying there.
Well, when you line up, you know that you can't pity-pat around. You've got to move. You've got to head north and south. And you know that there's going to be a crash. And you go ahead and you take it. You put your head in there and go for it.
Jackson back to pass, rolls to his right. He's under pressure, looking downfield, puts his head down. Going to be a sack on the play.
Justin Jackson on the carry.
6.5 minutes. 6.5 minutes left in the game.
I'm not so sure, Bill, if I'm the Rockets, even though, that we don't just go for it here.
Yeah.
I know it's 4th and 14. Rockets are going to punt, but anyway,
they've been
successful. You're already in a running clock. You're already in a running clock.
They've been successful.
The offense out there, let them have it. And see
Their
what
defense has been successful this half against the other JV team.
Ball's going to go out of, it's going to stay inbounds all the way down to the 21-yard line where the Senators will take over. And what I mean by that, Bill, your clock is running. You're going to have 5 minutes left. Senators are probably going to chew up most of this clock. Might as well take a 4th down shot at it and see. But, hey, that's the reason we're up here on top of the press box.
And not standing over on the sideline.
We'll remain up here on top of the press box.
35 yards on the punt.
5:45 to go in this one. Been all Senators all night long. Great football team. Got to give credit where credit's due. They have some great athletes. They have some great senior leadership on this team. And if you look at all the schools up and down the river down here, we spoke about that, Bill, coming down here. You have West, you have Portsmouth, you have Wheelersburg, you have Menford, you have, again, Wheelersburg, Ironton, all the way down the river. All these schools just beat up on each other down here. And so just some great football.
It's good to see a couple of them little hits right there at the end. If you're watching from home, our defensive end got sucked in, and the man came on around, but we had the corners move on up and try to make a couple tackles.
Now you're some of the other starters for the Rockets coming out of the game tonight, so you have a full-fledged JV team out there right now.
Probably closer to a freshman team.
Probably so. 4:45 to go. Takes the snap, going to bootleg to his right. He's not fooling anybody and just steps out of bounds.
Brady Hall, ball carrier.
It's good, always good. Even though this is a dire situation with the score, it's always good that you can get your other players in. Let them get under the lights, get that feeling of what that is. Get a little experience, too. Let them get in there, get their nose right up in a tackle, and get a little taste of it.
One thing, Bill, too, we want to mention to our kids is that stay coachable. Stay coachable throughout this entire process. I know things get bad, but we have a lot of kids, when things go bad like this, they're hard to communicate with, but stay coachable. Let your coaches coach you up a bit. Up under center, takes a snap, going to pinch back to his tailback. Going to be, again, hit at the line of scrimmage and not going anywhere.
And what we mean by that is that you, as an athlete, you have to submit yourself to trusting the coach that he knows what he's talking about, that he knows what he's doing, and that he's doing whatever he is doing for your benefit. So if you're running out there 10, 15 sprints a day, you know he's trying to get you in shape. So submit yourself to that. Go out and be hard about it. Do it. And then you're not huffing and puffing come halftime.
Senators running the clock way down. Punter's back. Again, not quite as good as the last one, but.
Brandon Barfield gets a good Senator roll.
2:44 to go in this one. See if the Rockets can maybe put another score on the board here, Bill, before this thing winds up. 49-7 your score with 2:44 to go in the ball game. Rockets trail.
That's going to be difficult with that running clock.
Looking at some scores around the area, a shocker. Alexander 9, Athens 0. Warren 7, Logan 7. Liberty Union 35, Amanda Clear Creek 0. Valley 28, Eastern Eagles 0. Chillicothe 42, Waverly 12. Sciotoville East 16, Newcomerstown 24. Paint Valley 35, Westfall 18. So a lot of football going on around in the area this evening. It's a Washington Courthouse 28, Menford 0. Colegrove 30, South Point 7. Adena 27, Southeastern 0. Rock Hill 21, Portsmouth 28. That's a great score. Northwest 19, Oak Hill 7. Benton County 30, Meg 6. Gallia 35, and Chesapeake 0. Clarkson with the ball for the Rockets.
Josh Clarkson on the carry.
Must have been a misstep there because West's line broke through and tackled in the backfield.
The Rockets do have some things to build on. These kids obviously going to get older, more experience, and just got to hit the weight room, keep getting better. 2:10 to go. Clarkson at tailback Jackson at shotgun for the Rockets. Takes the snap. It's high. Brings it down. Looks, rolls to his left. Trying to get outside. Cuts it back inside. Not much happening. A loss of 5 on the play.
Jackson, the ball carrier, stopped by Scotty Simmons. Loss of a couple.
Minute 47.
Third and long for the
Moving down. This may be the last play if they stretch it out far enough.
Again, you've been listening to Golden Rocket Football here on BMG Media this evening. Again, another high snap. Clarkson takes it right out of the air. He's around the corner. Will anyone catch him? He brings it across midfield for a first down for the Rockets. They have time for one more play.
If they can get to the line.
Noah Richards on the stop.
Good run. Good run.
Rockets have a player down. Not sure who that is. It's a lineman for the Rockets. Possibly.
First down and 10, the Rockets. At the Senator 47-yard line.
Jackson at shotgun. Clarkson behind him. Last play of the game, I'm sure. Clarkson with the carry. Give him a gain of about 4 on the play. And again, he runs the ball, Bill, just the way we've been talking about.
Right. Yeah, north and south. I'm going to run, and I'm going to keep running until someone stops me. And I'm going to twist and turn.
Rickards getting in on the action as well for the Senators.
Rockets going to run one more play. Let's see if they air it out here. Takes the snap. Jackson running to his left. Looking downfield. Throws it out in the flats. It's incomplete. And the clock's going to continue to run, folks, and that's going to do it from Portsmouth West High School, the beautiful campus of Portsmouth West High School. The Senators 49, Wellston Golden Rockets 7. Again, we want to thank everybody for listening this evening. We want to run down our sponsor list really again for you for here for just a moment. Tonight's sponsor has been Aaron Arms of West Banco Mortgage. Whether you're buying, building, refinancing, please reach out to your local West Banco lender, Aaron Arms, at 740-422-7451 for all of your home lending needs. West Banco Mortgage, your equal housing lender. Again, a shout out to our other sponsors as well. People's Bank, Charlie Hudson, Darrow Insurance, Martin Floor Store, Ruoff Mortgage, Lock and Load, Adina, McWilliams Funeral Home, Happenings Bistro, and Montgomery Trucking of Wellston. Thank you, folks, all for your sponsorship, for making this possible. We go on the road and just provide this service for our community and our students. Again, for Bill Norris from Bub Norris saying good night, God bless. Good night, everybody.